What's good, YouTube? It's KB with JusDueBoxing, back with another video. And so, for today, got an interesting matchup in the sport of boxing, man. The IBF has just formally ordered a light heavyweight title eliminator between Quebec's own tough, rugged veteran John Pascal and London's Joshua Buatsi. They ordered that on Friday. The two sides will be granted a free negotiation period to work out terms for such a fight to determine the IBF mandatory challenger to lineal and unified light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev, who's 18-0 with 18 knockouts. Should the two sides reach a deal, they ordered. If both sides reach a deal, man, if they can't reach a deal, they'll be headed to a purse bid hearing, ruled for the 9th, but Buatsi will be entitled to 60% of the winning bid as the higher ranked challenger, currently number 3, with the remaining 40% to go to John Pascal. Pascal is 36, 6-1, 20 KOs. He's been knocked out twice, both by Kovalev in 2015. That was an 8th round TKO, and he got stopped in a rematch in 2016, a 7th round TKO. He currently is 39 years old, so he's getting up there in age. He's 5'10 and a half, 72-inch reach. He's an orthodox fighter. He's currently riding a 3-fight win streak. His last fight was May 20th of this year against Fan Long Maine, if I'm saying his name correctly. Maine came into that fight 17-0 with 10 knockouts. This was a typical John Pascal type performance, type fight, in terms of how the fight played out. It was very competitive none the least, but it was more like a drag-out brawl type war, that favored Pascal. That's just the type of fight that he wanted, and he was able to drag Maine into a brawl early that definitely benefited Pascal. Both fighters, it was a lot of give and take, a lot of back and forth action, with Pascal getting the better of it in a lot of instances. But as I said, this fight definitely was close. Maine didn't back down, or he didn't lay down one bit. He definitely did his share of fighting as well. Like I said, man, he made this a tough fight for Pascal. But, Pascal being the old veteran, crafty veteran that he is, he was able to, force the fight to be his type of fight. So he forced, he was in Maine's wheelhouse. He forced him to fight his type of fight for the duration of the 12 rounds, and Pascal was ultimately able to get a 9th round knockdown over Maine. But to Maine's credit, he was able to recover and finish the fight on his feet. It was a war, in my opinion. To be honest, it was great, a lot of great action, a lot of back and forth action. But like I said, Pascal, he found a way to win, and he was able to, get the decision in a war, like I said. But him going up against Joshua Buatsi is definitely going to be a tough test. Buatsi is 16-0, 13 KOs. He's just 29 years old. He's 6'2", 74.5-inch reach. He's also an orthodox fighter. He's fighting out of London. His last fight was May 21st, where he got a 12-round unanimous decision over the tough 17-2-1 Craig Richards. And this fight definitely was very, very competitive the entire 12 rounds. The scorecards was 116 to 112, 115 to 113 twice. So that just gives you an indication of how competitive and close this fight was. Not only was the fight close, like I said, but it was very competitive throughout. Both fighters, giving and taking. And Buatsi definitely was pushed, in my opinion. This was his toughest test to date. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, the copy box numbers read this was the most he's ever been hit in his career, if I'm not mistaken. Craig Richards had a hell of a jab. It was, battle of the jabs, and it was a thinking man's fight. Both fighters, it was like a high-level chess match, And Buatsi, like I said, was definitely pushed to the brink, And he had some moments in there where Richards was really letting his hands go. Landing hooks repeatedly, Buatsi had a tendency when he got hit good to kind of freeze up, and he'd be there, not moving his head off the line. He'd be there to be hit again. So he definitely defensively got some things to work on, but nonetheless, he's able to push through this fight and get a tough earned unanimous decision. You know, Craig Richards looked gutted after the fight because I know he felt as though he won the fight or he did enough to win, and rightfully so. This fight was just that competitive, but I just think ultimately Buatsi landed the cleaner, effective work, as is usually the case in fights that close. That I think it was just a matter of him just doing a little bit more than Craig Richards at times to get these rounds, to edge these rounds out. And like I said, you could tell from the scorecards just how competitive and close this fight was. And I don't think Craig Richards should hang his head in this one. Like, he definitely would be back. He held it down, man. He fought his ass off, and like I said, he pushed Buatsi, the undefeated young title contender. He pushed him to the brink, man, no doubt about it, man. He made him earn every round that he won, you know what I mean? And it was just that type of fight. It was very entertaining. It was a great test for Buatsi to see where he's at currently, at this state. And Pascal is just going to be another test for him. A veteran, more wins under his belt, very, very experienced fighter. He's been around the block. He's fought several names. Like I say, he's been in there with Sergey Kovalev when he was still the crusher. You know what I'm saying? And we seen how those two fights played out. But nonetheless, Pascal continues to get opportunities and win fights. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's riding a 3-fight win streak. So this is probably the big reason why he's getting the opportunity now. And the winner of this fight is going to be put in line to challenge, Artur Beterbiev, which is no doubt in my mind going to be either who. The winner of this, definitely, if that's the next fight for them, Artur Beterbiev is going to be a very tough fight for him. It's not going to be easy. We all know Artur Beterbiev got 100% KO ratio, and he's coming to destroy. But nonetheless, Pascal versus Buatsi, great fight. Good test for Buatsi to see exactly where he's at and what he's made of. And I think Pascal is going to test him. Like I said, he's going to draw him into a fight as he normally does. And we're going to see how Buatsi responds. I favor Buatsi in this fight. The younger, fresher fighter, less miles on him, up and coming. I think he'll find a way to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is another points decision victory for him and it's another tough fight. He's under 20 fights. This would be his 17th fight. Pascal got over 40 fights. So he definitely going to use his ring experience to navigate the fight and try to, guide him to victory. But nonetheless, I favor Buatsi in this fight. Like I said, younger, fresher. He's a tall kid, long arms. He got a couple 2.5 inch reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? He's taller. He's a taller fighter. He's over 6 foot, standing at 6'2". Pascal is 5'10.5". So he got a height and reach advantage to work with. He got youth on his side, but like I said, I expect Pascal to try to use his veteran ring experience to navigate and guide him through the fight and get him another tough victory. But I'm leaning towards Buatsi in this fight, man. But that's my thoughts. That's my just do on it, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like this fight for Buatsi next? Do y'all think it's going to be a tough test for him? Or is he just going to run right through Pascal? And as always, y'all get in that comment section and let me know if I gave Joshua Buatsi and John Pascal their just due, because that's what I always do over here, Just Do Boxing. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.